Sherman Byers and the Oklahoma Sooners are undefeated in year 2 of Byers' tenure at Oklahoma, and they're facing the Georgia Bulldogs at Georgia. Hi, little doggy. Let's get into some highlights of this top 10 matchup between two of the top SEC teams in the conference and two of the top teams in the nation. Let's get to it. Legend Lucky getting a handoff on 3rd and 1, converting the 3rd down. 2nd and 3 in the red zone. Kai battles with the 1st down. Now Birch dropping back to pass, throwing it to Barr for the touchdown. 7-0 Sooners. Now Georgia's quarterback Dre fakes the handoff, throws it to his receiver, his tight end, Teacher? That's no way his last. Can't be his last name. I wrote down Teacher. That can't be right. Incomplete pass, field goal, and the score is now 7-3. I wrote down the names on my phone. I'm pretty sure I got auto-corrected. Kai battles with the 1st down. Josh Landry up the gut. 2nd and 10 at the 26. And we got Kai battles getting the 1st down. Birch, 1st and 10 in the red zone. Hands it up to Josh Landry. He's going to make his way into the end zone. What a run. And it's 14-3. Ball back to Oklahoma, but that is an interception. And this Georgia defender is going to make his way past midfield, giving Dre and the Bulldogs good field position. There's a catch there for Georgia. That was Roto, the receiver. Now here's another catch by Roto. 1st and goal. Dre fakes the handoff, throws an interception, and the Oklahoma Sooners regain possession. Birch, 1st and 10, the throw to Kai battles the 1st down. Now Birch with the handoff to Josh Landry, who gains a lot of ground there. 4th and 1 though. Let's see if he can convert this. No, he can't. And so it's Georgia ball with 37 seconds left to go. And we got a catch there by the man who might be named Teacher, but I'm pretty sure it was autocorrected. Dre getting sacked there by the Oklahoma defender. Now it's 2nd and 9 in the 3rd quarter. Dre in shotgun. Can't get the screen off. Gets sacked. Oklahoma ball after that failed drive. We have an Adams catch right here. Yes, we do. 1st and 10 to the 31. David Birch with the toss to Adams for the 1st down. Now here's Birch, 4th and 2. Ooh, almost an interception there. It's a turnover on downs. Another Georgia on my mind. LeBourne will go all the way for the Georgia Bulldogs. Big touchdown. And then did they try to go for 2? I believe they do. Let's see if they can get this. Dre, incomplete. 14-9. 2nd and 1 in the 4th quarter. Birch going way back, throwing it to, I think that was Cush with the 1st down. 3rd and inches. Josh Landry finding his way to the 2-yard line. And now Birch to Cush for the touchdown. And that would pretty much do it. Or will it? 21-9. 3rd and 3. There's an interception somehow. And this Oklahoma defender will nearly go all the way. Lands at the 2. And now we got a sneak by Birch. Final score 28-16. Oklahoma Sooners pull off the victory on the road. Very impressive win. 428 passing yards for Stephen Dre. Birch with 265. Landry with 159 yards on the ground. Batonio didn't do much. Rhett Teague, the tight end, not teacher. What the hell is that all about? I think Teague got autocorrected to teacher. That's kind of dumb. But, oh well. Let's move on. Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. Another SEC matchup. We got Landry with the first down. Birch and shotgun. The handoff to Landry. The touchdown. We're in Vanderbilt, so another road game. Birch to Kai Battles. Lands at 35. Landry will get in the red zone. Cush fights his way for a touchdown. 14-3. Birch, the handoff to Landry. Landry getting past the linebackers, getting a first down and then some. Landry again up the gut. Midfield, Birch. The throw to Ford for the first down. Now Birch, 3rd and 2 at the 7. The handoff to Cush, who gets a touchdown. 21-6 near the end of the half. Birch gonna take it himself. Yikes, never a good idea to do that. Fumbles the ball, Vandy ball, but that's okay. They didn't really do much with it. 24-13 now is the score, 4th quarter, and we got Adams catching the ball, getting the first down. 4th and 9, though. This is kind of a risky idea. Or is it? Mount will get the first down. 1st and goal to 3. Birch to Landry for the touchdown, and that would pretty much do it. 31-13. Oklahoma is cruising along the season, cruising along the SEC schedule. Birch didn't do much, threw an interception, but Landry and Cush, they were the real heroes of the day, getting a lot of rushing yards between the two of them. And yeah, the recruiting's going pretty well. Ranked number 1, 7.5 stars, 9.4 stars. Kind of nuts, kind of crazy, but that's how we roll. That's how Sherman Byers rolls. He's really getting his recruiting down pat. So 22 TDs, 8 INTs for Birch. Kai Battles having a crazy season so far. He is still the front runner for the Heisman. We'll see if that sticks. But now it's 7-0. The Sooners are facing Mississippi State, and Ford will get the first down. Goal to go. And now we got Josh Landry with the touchdown. 14-7 though. Mississippi State is still up. We got France with the first down in the 2nd quarter. And then Birch gonna take it himself. Fumbling the ball. He's got butterfingers. Ball slipping out of his hands. But Sooners with the ball back. 4th and 3. That did not work out. But they get the ball back again. 4 minutes left. And Landry with the first down. 2:54 left in the first half. And here comes Birch. Running, getting the first down. Kind of a risky move considering he fumbled last time he ran it. And now we got Landry finding his way for a first down. Birch will keep it himself for a touchdown. Tie game, 14-14. Now here's Birch. The throw! The catch! Adams down at the 5. And with 6 seconds left in the first half, Birch throws it to Battles for the touchdown. Battles is having a monster season, 21-14. Now it's the 3rd quarter. That is a bad idea, that throw. Not good at all. And this Mississippi State defender gets it all the way down there. But now it's 21-17. So I think the Bulldogs just scored a field goal. We got a first down for the Sooners there. 2nd and 2. How about a throw to Barr, the tight end, who gets it to the 20. 2nd and 2. Birch motioning his receiver. Throws it to France. Now it's 1st and goal at the 8. Birch to Landry. touchdown. 28-20 now is the score. Fourth quarter. Birch running for the first down. Birch running again. Getting a first down and more. Now it's first and goal at the 1. Who's going to take it? Landry's going to take it into the end zone. 35-27. Kneeling the ball down. That'll do it. A tough game. You know, Mississippi State kept, fighting back, but Oklahoma hung in there. 35-27 final score. Birch had a solid day through the air. Landry, though, 132 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. That's pretty darn good. Kai Battles, bit more modest of a showing, but 8 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown is certainly nothing to sneeze at if you are someone who sneezes at things. And, yeah, so far the season's going pretty well. Arkansas, Kentucky, and Texas A&M. Texas A&M are ranked 5th in the nation. That's going to be a big one to end the season. But Oklahoma has two home games before that game happens. ACC, got a bunch of ranked teams in the ACC. Cincinnati is leading the Big 12 so far, along with Colorado. You got Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State and USC in the Big 10. Notre Dame is 7-2. Pac-12. I don't know if I mentioned that I rebuilt the Pac-12, but there they are. SEC, Oklahoma is at the top of the conference. That's pretty much how it's going right now. You can see, yeah, Texas A&M is 7-2. But yeah, Oklahoma is far and ahead, the best team in the SEC. I'm checking points I think I was checking to see if Oklahoma has the most points per game. I think they do. I think I confirmed that. Their offense is pretty darn good. But Oklahoma is still ranked 2nd in the nation. Michigan is ranked above them. Oklahoma is sandwiched between 2 Big 10 teams. Really 3. So, pretty interesting. Here is the bracket. Here's the college football bracket. You got NC State, Michigan, Appalachian State, Oklahoma. That's the projected bracket. So, Oklahoma's got to keep it up. They got to keep it up. Josh Landry getting a first down against Arkansas. 3rd and inches. And Landry getting tackled for a loss. Birch on 4th and 4 will throw it to his receiver for a touchdown. 7-0 in the second quarter. And Arkansas's quarterback's going to get sacked. 2nd and 20. And David Dixon will throw an interception. And the Oklahoma Sooners get it in the red zone. Can they capitalize? Can they punch this in? How about a option keeper? Birch with the touchdown. Here's David Dixon again, throwing it to his receiver for a first down. 2nd and 5. Dixon with another good toss and catch. Dixon, 39. We'll throw it away. That would lead to a field goal. 14-3. End of the half. Dixon running away from defenders, getting clobbered. So now it's the third quarter, and whoa, sometimes the option can be kind of dicey. I don't always like. I like to try it sometimes, because sometimes it works. But man, when it doesn't work, it's a disaster. David Dixon will throw it up in the air, heave it, and get the catch there by his receiver. Dixon, 2nd and goal. Getting sacked by number 99. Here comes a field goal to make it 14-3 still, because that was a miss. That would have made it a 1-score game, but not happening. Here's Adams with a catch. And here's another option. Why are we doing this? Why? Oh my god, I couldn't even pick it up. Oh no! Arkansas recovers that. I don't know why I did that twice. I don't know why. Stupid. Here's Dixon with the throw to his receiver. Dixon at 4th and 2 hands it off. Doesn't get the conversion. Very questionable call there. 1:28 left to go in the game, and Dixon will throw it to his receiver. I don't think that was incomplete. Here's a field goal finally. So Arkansas, it's 14-6. They're going to go for the onside kick because there's 1:21 left to go in the game. And, of course, Oklahoma recovers. That would do it. 14-6. Final score. Not an impressive game by any means, but they got the job done, ultimately. 70 passing yards for Birch. Really did nothing out there. That was the rushing. 34 attempts, 171 yards, 45 rushing attempts total. So really, it was all about the ground game for Oklahoma. Meanwhile, Arkansas couldn't do jack squat at the other end. So, yeah, even though Cameron York, had 100 yards receiving for Arkansas. Dixon had negative 52 yards. Yikes. And 255 yards passing, one INT. And, yeah, pretty much a grudge fest, a slug fest, grudge fest. Yeah, all that stuff. And we get more recruits. Kean Braham. So, yeah, we got 17 total recruits, 7 5-stars, 10 4-stars. Kai Battles still leading the Heisman Trophy battle. And Stephen Dre, the Georgia quarterback, we saw him leading the league in passing yards. Birch is in the top 6, it looks like. Top 5, perhaps. Man, Temple quarterback threw a lot of interceptions. What else has happened? What else is going on? There's Birch. Birch has 24 touchdowns and 9 INTs thus far in the season. Dre is averaging 345 passing yards per game. Birch at 309. It's pretty nuts. Anything else interesting here? Yards per attempt. Braden Cook. I mean, he hasn't really been playing much. So can't really take much stock in that. And look, what is that? Georgia State. Georgia State's quarterback sacked 47 times. Birch is pretty high up there, though. 37. He got sacked 37 times. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Meanwhile, rushing yards. Wow, Burgess from Appalachian State is leading over Josh Landry, who is still crushing it. Meanwhile, you got Josh Landry with 15 rushing touchdowns. It leads the nation in that. Fumbles. Georgia State running back with the most fumbles, tied with that one guy. And broken tackles. Burgess leading that. Receiving. Yeah. Kai Battles, 94 receptions, 1,322 receiving yards, 12 touchdowns in 10 games. The guy is a menace. Absolute menace. He better win the Heisman. Gotta keep it up. Gotta keep throwing it to him. Gotta really pad those stats with the games that we have remaining. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Hopefully he can get the job done. Sacks, tackles. What are we looking at here? Tackles for a loss. Robbie Wolf from Tulane, leading the league in the nation in sacks. I don't know if we have any guys here. Where's our guys? Did I pass a guy? We must have a guy with more than 2 sacks, right? I mean, come on. Meanwhile, interceptions. I don't really seem to be having anybody here who leads the nation, so we'll just get out of that menu. Birch, though, obviously he had that 1 year where he threw 24 INTs. But look at Kai Battles, man. Look at those stats. I'm liking it. He averages 132 receiving yards per game. That's pretty crazy. And you can see that's what the bracket looks like so far. Tulsa might get into the playoff. Any other weird teams? UAB and Tulsa both could possibly make it. That's always fun. Oklahoma's 10-0 right now. Here's the rest of the top 25. Texas is in there now. UMass, Utah, Cincinnati lost a game, so maybe they're not so high up in the Big 12 anymore. I think TCU has got that distinguished thing. Anyway, Oklahoma versus Kentucky. Adams with the catch there for the first down. Birch is gonna scramble, get himself a first down in the red zone. First and goal at the 2. The handoff to Cush with the touchdown. 7-7, 4th and 6. Why not? Kai Battles with the first down. Here's the handoff to Josh Landry for the touchdown. 14-10. David Birch will throw it to Adams with the first down. 2nd and 10. Birch again. Throwing a pick. Not great. Not ideal at all. Not what you want to do. 14-13 now is the score. You know, Oklahoma's letting these teams hang around too much. Battles the first down. Birch to France for a touchdown. 21-13. Now we're in the 3rd quarter. Get the hand up to Josh Landry, who's going to run! Getting down at the 26. 3rd and inches now. And the scramble, the first down for Birch. Here's a handoff to Josh Landry, makes it 28-13. 28-16 now is the score. Trying to lock this game up. Birch with throw to Battles with the first down. They're not just trying to lock this game up, they're trying to get a touchdown here. Here's a handoff to Josh Landry, who runs it in for the score. 35-16. We're still looking for points. This is a good idea. I don't know if this is a good idea. It's a great idea. Touchdown Sooners. Running up the score, having no respect for their opponent. You love to see it. 42-16 is the final score. Gotta run up those numbers, man. Try to be ranked #1 in the nation, you know. 302 passing yards for Birch, 133 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns for Landry. 113 receiving yards and 9 catch for Kai Battles. I think he must still have that locked down. The Heisman. Rich Peacock, Jose Boykins, Jalen Perfect, more recruits. What is this? Now check this out, actually. Right now, Avery Muti, Akron quarterback, senior, redshirt senior, is currently leading the Heisman race. And guess what? I recruited him. I recruited him to Akron. Redshirt, he's been here for 5 years, and I was still the Akron coach 5 years ago. It's pretty crazy to see someone I recruited possibly getting a Heisman trophy. So I'll take that as a win. Although it'd be kind of weird if an Akron player won the Heisman. I'll take it though if that ends up happening. Landry, his numbers looking pretty great. 18 touchdowns. Kai Battles over 100 receptions now. I mean, this guy is absolutely a killer. His numbers are great. Adams, not too bad. Yeah, this is Avery Muti. Look at his numbers, man. I mean, 36 touchdowns, 5 INTs. He had 37 and 5 the previous season. And yeah, I recruited him. I think he was an athlete. I think he was an athlete that I recruited. He must have been like a 3-star gem or something like that. And he's living up to it. So that's pretty cool to see. Meanwhile, we got a top 10 matchup. Oklahoma, Texas A&M on the road. Let's get it. 4th and 2. Birch to, of course, Kai Battles. Getting the first down. 3rd and 5. Birch, the blitz. Throwing it to Mount, who gets the touchdown. We don't say his name that much, but touchdown by him right there. Bradley Knox is the quarterback for the Aggies. And there's a first down to the receiver. Knox to Condren. 4th down. The field goes good. 7-3 to start things off. Birch to Josh Landry up the gut. But that didn't go anywhere. Oh, I guess we got a field goal. Tackle for loss there. So it's a Sooner ball. Birch to Battles, of course, for the first down. And now Birch to Landry for the first down. Birch and shotgun. Ooh, that was a risky one. Holy shit. Bill Ford, though, gets a touchdown catch. 17-3. Here's the... Oh, my God. I'm getting annoyed by the amount of times I run this play. So I'm right there with you. Josh Landry with the touchdown run. I didn't realize I ran it that much. I really didn't. Birch with the throw to Kai Battles for the first down. And now Birch to Barr, the tight end. 24-3 still, and Adams will not quite get the touchdown like I hoped he would. Josh Landry gets the touchdown instead. 31-17. Man, all the touchdowns that potential touchdowns that end up on the 1 yard line drive me crazy, because Birch would have way more touchdown passes if not for that. Instead, he only has 2. Meanwhile, Landry had 2 rushing touchdowns. There's games where like Landry had 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns, and it's because Birch got robbed out of one. Kai Battles, another great game. For some reason, he's starting to lose his luster in the Heisman race. I don't know why. He's still crushing it. I guess he isn't getting the touchdown catches that one would hope, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's really fair that he's sliding, you know. Bradley Knox had a good game, but not good enough. And this recruiting class is pretty sick, guys. We got 20 recruits so far. What are we going after here? I don't know. All right, 28 touchdown passes overall for David Birch. After the regular season's over, 3,617 yards passing. Josh Landry had 20 touchdown runs. You know, he's a sophomore. He's probably going to be back next year. Crazy to think about. You know, might have more Landry next season. Kai Battles, 111 receptions, 1,539 receiving yards. I mean, come on. How is he not the Heisman favorite, right? Still, I thought he would win it, but it looks like he's sliding. Meanwhile, there's all the team stats. Oklahoma leading in a lot of categories. The first downs thing is kind of nuts. I don't understand why we're so above everybody else in that regard. Points allowed, we're top 3. Nice to see Akron so high. Akron's still doing some good things there. So yeah, we had a perfect season. Perfect regular season. Haven't lost an SEC game in the regular season yet. And now we have to face Ole Miss. Ole Miss in the conference championship game. And yeah, this is what the playoff looks like so far. Tulsa, Penn State, Notre Dame, SMU, TCU, Ole Miss, UMass, USC. And at the top 4, App State, Oklahoma, NC State, and Michigan. But of course, we still got the conference championships to play out. Things could change drastically. So we'll see. NC State 9-3 in the top 6. Got Pitt up there. SMU. Appalachian State is ranked 8th. The Big 12, no, not many heavy hitters in the Big 12. Although TCU I think is ranked 11th. Is that what that says right there? Weird that they're like way down there. I don't know. Michigan, Penn State, USC, Ohio State kind of fell off. Notre Dame 9-3. Ohio and Akron. Akron's still looking good. Nice to see it. Tulsa and Washington State. Yeah, that's right. Tulsa's in the Pac-12. I forgot about that. Oklahoma, Ole Miss are the big heavy hitters of the SEC. So here are the conference championship games. Washington State versus Tulsa. That's a fun one. Fun Pac-12 championship there. Akron, Ohio. Baylor, Texas Tech. Tulane, App State. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Sam Houston versus UNLV. Pitt versus NC State. Penn State versus Michigan. Nice to see Pitt in the ACC championship. All my teams, Akron, Pitt, and Oklahoma, are all in it in the conference championship matchups. So that's a lot of fun. I think that Sherman Byers feels a lot of pride that all of his teams are there in the same weekend. So that's nice to see. But we got to focus on the SEC championship game between the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oklahoma Sooners. And hey, Oklahoma's undefeated, but this is going to be their toughest matchup yet, I would imagine. So let's see how it goes. 4th and 4, we're going for it. And Birch with not a great pass there. Doesn't convert. And now it's 3rd and 11. Ole Miss getting the first down. 3rd and 4. This is Marquise Rashad as the quarterback, and he's going to throw it to his receiver for not a first down. Doesn't catch it. That was a 4th down too. So both teams are being kind of risky with the 4th down, going for on 4th down. There's a first down there for Oklahoma. 3rd and 7. The catch, Kai Battles. First down, 3rd and 1 at the 1. And Josh Landry cannot get it. And we're going for it again. You can argue whether this is a smart idea. It's a touchdown, so that's pretty smart. Kai Battles, as usual. Here's Birch to Adams. First down, Birch to France. How does he not get into the end zone? How? How does that not happen? Landry does get in the end zone, and it's 14-0. Feeling like business as usual. Rashad to his receiver for a first down. Rashad on 3rd and 1 to his running back for a first down. Rashad with the throw to Von Berman for the first down. Rashad running it, getting the touchdown. 14-7. And here's a big bomb to Joey Strickland, which leads to this field goal, making it 14-10. So Ole Miss is clawing back into this thing. Rashad throwing it to his receiver for a touchdown. 17-14. All of a sudden, 17 unanswered points. Here's a throw to Barr. He gets the first down. Now here's Birch getting picked off. Not a great throw there. Not a great decision. And now it's 17-14 still late in the 3rd. Rashad with the big deep throw to his receiver, Joey Strickland. And he's going to get a touchdown, making it 24-14. Could this really happen? Can they really lose another SEC championship game? How about a sack and a fumble? Yeah, that's not great. Let's see if Rashad can capitalize. He hands it off to his running back, who easily gets in for the end zone. Dennis Osborne, touchdown. 31-14, not looking great. What's Birch going to do? Oh, that could have been something, but nothing. 4th quarter, Birch. I don't know. That was awful. What? I don't know. I think I was just trying to make things happen, and yeah. I think Birch was trying to make things happen. Remember, I'm not actually doing this. This is all his idea. This is all Birch's idea. I'm just a vessel for David Birch. I don't actually make the decisions. When I play, David Birch comes out of the screen and takes over my brain and my soul. So don't blame me for all this. This is really bad, though. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. I have games like this, man. Sometimes I just shit the bed. 41-21. Ole Miss dominates. It was 14-0 at some point. What? 5 INTs for Birch. Screwing up his TD-INT ratio. I hate it. Hate to see it, but yeah, you gotta give Ole Miss credit for getting the job done. And now there's a narrative there, you know. Sherman Byers can't win the SEC championship game. What's that all about? You know, 2 great seasons, had an undefeated season. Jake Bach had 24 touchdown receptions. I guess I understand why he won the Heisman. It makes sense. Kai Battles was hanging in there for a while. Josh Landry had 21 rushing touchdowns, but yeah, I guess Bach, Penn State receiver, getting the Heisman. And Oklahoma's going to face Tulsa, who they faced, I think, at the beginning of the previous season. So that's pretty interesting to see Tulsa in the playoff now, and in the Pac-12. So that's the recruiting class. They're still ranked 1st, and Oklahoma ranked 3rd in the top 25. Ole Miss right above them, as you would expect. Penn State ranked 1st. Okay. Yeah, Kai Battles was still there, ranked 3rd. Avery Moody right above him. And checking out the bracket, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, SMU, TCU, Michigan, UMass, USC, UMass. Okay, interesting. Ole Miss, NC State, Penn State, and Appalachian State are automatically in the quarterfinals because they won their conference championship games. And yeah, we got a fun in-state matchup between Tulsa and Oklahoma. And you can see the other results. Tulsa beat Washington State. Ohio beat Akron. Texas Tech beat Baylor. NC State beat Pitt. And Penn State beat Michigan. So that's what happened there. Let's get into the playoffs, shall we? Tulsa versus Oklahoma. You know, I mean, Oklahoma should take care of this team pretty easily, right? Right? It's 3-0 though. And we got Adams with the first down. 2nd and 2, Birch with the throw to Kai Battles. Or no, that's Mount now. Mount with the first down. 1st and goal at the 1. And Josh Landry with the touchdown. Making it 7-3. Tulsa quarterback throws an interception. And this defender will go all the way. Vega with the pick 6. Making it 14-3. Here's the oof. Oh my god. Oh god. Safety. That was hard to watch for the Tulsa guy. Birch. He's going to fumble. Recovered by Tulsa. Finally, something goes their way. 3rd and 1. 16-3. And we got the handoff to the running back. Ooh, nice gain. Finally gets brought down at about the 24. 4th and 1. Tulsa going to be risky with it. And they will not get this 4th down conversion. I don't know about that one. There's still plenty of time to kick the field goal. Get something out of that drive. Meanwhile, Birch we get the first down. Now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. We get the handoff to Cush. Yeah, but it wasn't a good idea. Let's kick the field goal. Let's show Tulsa what they should have done. And kick the field goal. And try to make it. There you go. I'm getting better. Getting better kicking those. 19-3. Tulsa. Oof. The pump fake. And he gets sacked. So 2nd and 7 for Oklahoma. And we got a catch by Barr. First down. Birch. With the throw to Adams. Not really seeing much Kai Battles anymore. I see him there though. I think Birch could have thrown it to him too, which is a shame. But we're gonna get a field goal here. Is it good? Is it good? It's good. 22-3 is the score. Oklahoma ball again, 3rd and 2, and we got a first down by Kai Battles. Now here's Birch. Dude, you had him. You had Barr open. I don't know what's going on there. 2nd and 16. And the catch by Cush and the first down. Pretty impressive. And it's still the first half, by the way. Birch runs it. Gets the first down. Doesn't fumble. Very important. Now here's Birch. Throwing it to Kai Battles, of course, for the touchdown. 2nd and 5 now. 29-3 is the score. Josh Landry with the first down. The fake handoff. Birch. Whoa. Adams with the first down. That was pretty impressive. I like that one. Here's Birch. Running it. Fumbles. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, thankfully, the Sooners recover it. Whew. Alright. Landry. Touchdown. And that should pretty much do it. Final score 46-17. Oklahoma had a lot of field goals, but still managed to dominate, still managed to score over 40 points. 305 passing yards for Birch. Only had 3 incompletions, 124 rushing yards for Landry. Yeah, 27 for 30. Pretty nice. Birch had 59 yards on the ground too, but he fumbled it a few times. Kai Battles 9, 96 and 1. Can't be mad at that. George Adams had 8 catches, 107 yards. Or Gerald Adams. That's why I've been saying Adams, because I wasn't sure if his first name was George or what. It's Gerald, and now he's about to. I mean, we don't have much left with Adams too. And I've been only saying it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, we got Oklahoma versus Appalachian State, another G5 school. Oklahoma's road to through the playoff has been pretty easy so far. I gotta say, Cush getting the first out there. Birch to Mount, first down. I mean, Oklahoma got thrashed by Ole Miss, but when you have to face a couple of G5 schools, you could get back on top pretty quickly. This is the, the brackets, the playoff bracket, the 12-team bracket. This is kind of one of the things that makes it kind of not so great, right? Because Oklahoma's now climbing back into the playoff. Here's a phone, by the way, and Oklahoma recovers. It's 7-3. Birch to Legend Lucky, who scores a touchdown. So it's 14-3. App State, quarterback, throws an interception. And this is what I'm talking about. That's, by the way, that's Javier Icadem. That's the Appalachian State quarterback. First down for Oklahoma. Birch. Ooh, what the hell was that? I don't know, but I like it. I like it a lot. Down at the 2. God damn it, dude. Always happens. Another touchdown taken away. But here's a touchdown with the Sooners. 21-3. I mean, this is, kind of easy. It's Appalachian State, They had a great season. They're in the American Conference. No hating. But, Oklahoma has a really talented team. Here's Josh Landry. I mean, look at that. Look at the way he's running through those defenders. And a touchdown there. 28-3. I mean, the ratings for this game can't be that high, is what I'm saying. Kenneman to his receiver for the touchdown. I think that's Joe. Last name Joe. Here's a throw to France for a first down. Birch to Adams, who somehow manages to get the first down there. 3rd and 4. The handoff to Josh Landry, busting his way to a first down. 2nd and 1. Birch. The throw to France, the first down. 3rd and goal. How about to Landry right there? We'll take the field goal, though, happily. Happily take the field goal. That is still good, even though it was in the red. 31-10. I mean, not much else to show you except for some cool shit. Let's see. No, how about a safety? 31-12. I guess that was cool shit for the other team. Appalachian State. Ekenem. Incomplete. And they're gonna kick a field goal for real. They're actually gonna kick a field goal, which, sure. 31-15 is the score now. We got a Josh Landry touchdown, and let's get out of here. 45-21, the final score. Yeah, Oklahoma beating up Tulsa and Appalachian State on their way to the quarterfinal, or semifinal, whatever it is. It's, yeah. I mean, what can you say? I mean, they had some pretty easy matchups, whereas Ole Miss, I mean, we'll check out the bracket in a second, but, yeah, I'm very curious about that because Ole Miss beat Oklahoma in the SEC championship game, right? And let's see who they faced. All right, let's check that out in a second as we see that, yeah, we won the Cotton Bowl, which is great. And now we're facing Penn State. Finally, a real matchup. No offense to, okay, so yeah, Ole Miss faced UMass. Okay, there's a lot of weak teams in this bracket. All right, a lot of weak teams. This is, the experiment is failing. NC State faced TCU. That was, all right, that's kind of a tough one, I guess. Birch, 32-16 ratio. 25 touchdowns for Josh Landry. Look at Kai Battles. The numbers are really getting absurd now. It's pretty cool to see, though. So, yeah, let's get to it, though. Penn State versus Oklahoma. What is this, the Sugar Bowl or something? Are we at the Sugar Bowl? The Sugar Bowl. Whispering. Okay. Penn State, the #1 team in the nation, facing #3 team. This could be spicy. Oh, it's the Fiesta Bowl. Okay. 39. And we got a first down for Penn State right there. 2nd and 10. The handoff to Ben Buck gets the first down. And now, on a 4th down, Penn State will kick a field goal. Making it 3-0. Birch. 2nd and 1 at the 42. Landry gets the handoff. First down. 2nd and 10. The throw to Adams. Gerald Adams. Now it's 3rd and 2. Birch to Landry for the first down. Birch to Kai Battles. Doesn't get much there, but tie this game up with a field goal. Let's do that. See, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at this. Okay, tie game at 3. 2nd and 1. And what the hell are we going to do here? How about a throw to Adams for a touchdown? Almost got tackled at the 1. You see, it was almost there. Thankfully, didn't work out that way. Birch, a throw to Mounts. And Mounts makes it all the way down to the 7. Birch, the throw to Barr for a touchdown. 17-3. Oklahoma coming alive. And now they're dead. No, I'm kidding. It's just an interception. It's just an interception. We've seen plenty of those. We can overcome that. This is Eric Millard, by the way, with the first down here. And field goal there. 17-6. 2nd and 16. Still in the first half. Birch. That was terrible. That's a terrible idea. Interception. Yeah, I know. It's dumb. Now here is Millard to his receiver. That's Earl Yankee. Earl Yankee with the first down. 3rd and 4. The running back motions. Millard to his receiver for... Oh, doesn't get the first down. Or something. I don't know. 3rd and 13 now. And we got Millard to Ben Buck. 4th and 8. Field goal. So Penn State, little by little, now it's a 1-score game, 17-9. And we got a first down by France. Still in the first half, 2nd and 24 now. And we got Birch to Adams. Get out of bounds, you dummy. What are you doing? 3rd and 10. Birch getting sacked. Oh, no, almost sacked. Thankfully, he doesn't actually get sacked. And this field goal will be good. 20-9 going into halftime. Millard fakes the handoff. Throws a touchdown pass. Making it 20-15. They failed to get the 2-point conversion. Now here is Birch with the first down. With his legs. And then Josh Landry with the touchdown. With his legs. 27-15. Can Millard or Millard? I'm going to keep saying Millard. I just like it that way. Millard with the huge throw. Holy shit. That was insane. I want this guy on my NFL team. Yeah, he's really good. I think that's Ben Buck getting that touchdown reception, by the way. 27-22 now is the score. And Birch to Kai Battles for the first down. Birch to Josh Landry. The handoff. The first down. Birch, 1st and 10. Square? No, he's going to do something dumb. And throw a touchdown! Bill Ford! That was kind of insane. 34-22 now is the score. Sacked is Millard. He got sacked right there. Oklahoma ball. What are we going to do? Incomplete. How about a field goal to make it 37-22? And that would wrap it up. Final score, 37-22. Oklahoma beats Penn State and will now get to the advance to the national championship game to face either Ole Miss or NC State, I think, right? So that's pretty crazy. 329 passing yards for Millard. Birch with 382, is that what it said? 168 rushing yards for Josh Landry. Robbins had a mediocre game. Yankee, 141 yards receiving. Kai Battles, 13 for 130. 10 yards per. That's a first down each catch. That's pretty cool. And yeah, we won the semi-final playoff game. And that means we'll be facing NC State in the national championship game. We don't have to face Ole Miss. You gotta love the bracket. The bracket's perfect. I have no complaints. No complaints over this. Because it worked out in Oklahoma's favor. We don't have to face Ole Miss, who clearly outmatched us. We have to face NC State, who, to be fair, beat us in the playoff the last year. So, hey man, you can't guarantee that Oklahoma will win this game. It's going to be a tough national championship game, but Sherman Byers is back. He won the Natty with Pitt. He fails in the NFL, and just 2 years after that, he brings Oklahoma back to the national championship game. We'll see that next episode, and we'll see the following season as well. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will check you out next time. Thank you very much.